Good afternoon, morning, day, and night, and welcome everyone to the Load Potato Podcast. I am your host for this week, Ivan, of course, and today I am joined by snow enthusiast Brandon.
It's here, then it's gone. That's Alaska, baby.
It's Alaska, baby. And heat enjoyer Axel.
Oh yeah, I love being in my own house and it still be swampy. That's great.
Just all of Georgia's is that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, welcome back to another episode, y'all. And how's your week been?
It could be better. It could be better, but we're getting through it.
Yeah. So I guess a little update to this. The past few episodes we were PNGs. I don't believe we actually ever stated why.
No, we didn't.
But we're no longer PNGs. We left the internet realm, or whatever the fuck PNG is, the VTuber realm. I don't know. But
it was mainly Ivan's fault.
Yeah, it's always mine for having a server, but don't worry. Oh, actually, the funny enough, when we started the PNG stuff 2 weeks ago, that was around the first time I had to set up my AC unit again, and I totally forgot to, or I didn't mention it because you couldn't see it, but it is now hot enough in Alaska to use it. I don't need it now since it's actually cold and it started snowing again. But when it...
Yeah, you literally set it up just for, get, half the use out of it.
Well, because some days it's, really hot and sunny out, and I actually do need to use it. And then days like today where it's, fucking 20 degrees out.
It's been 20 degrees, these last couple days.
Nah, well, it's 28 right now. But no, yesterday it got sunny and it started melting all the snow. Which
it may have gotten sunny, but it was still relatively cold out too.
Well, for someone who doesn't get the sun,
it could be cold and the sun still be out.
Yeah, yes, but also for someone who doesn't get the sun, it was hot for me.
Yes, because I was in it all day. So
yeah.
I was in the elements. You have no argument.
Well, no, I do, because you're out in the elements. The heat gets trapped in this room. So my argument still stands.
Nah.
Oh,
that's my choice.
Okay. Well, regardless, Alaska has been very, very, very bipolar. I don't even remember if we stated that. Everything was melted, so we thought spring was here, and then it started
winter was already over before it started, and then it was
snowed a shit
it's
ton.
Spring. Oh, let me just
dump
backlog everything
like
that
an extra 4 inches, or no, actually, I don't know how many inches we got.
No, we didn't get work. I think every day we're getting at least an inch.
It's been snowing every day. Even if it's only a little bit amount. Then when I wake up in the morning, all the cars are completely covered in snow. I like it. I'm happy. But
it just sucks driving into town in the morning, and then when I go to Wasilla, it's nothing.
Yeah.
And then it'll briefly sprinkle snow for 30 minutes and stop. Then driving back to Anchorage, all the snow that was on the ground, completely gone.
Yeah. So I can confidently say, finally, we have more snow than Florida. Finally. At the end of winter.
Finally.
Yeah.
By the way.
I think summer starts in literally a couple days.
No. I mean, realistically, how the winters here in Alaska works, last year was kind of more of a normal year, even though we got a shit ton of snow. It started melting and becoming more spring at the normal times. And we left around...
Oh, it's so technically the technical first day of spring is March 20th.
March 20th? Okay, well, not in Alaska.
Yes, I said spring, not summer.
Or, sorry, that's what I meant. No, the last time when it actually was spring in Alaska was in May. Because last year, you might be able to go back on this episode. I'm pretty sure I talked about it. Last year, around Holly's birthday, we, flew back down to Georgia. I had the next episode we did was me literally outside. But there was still snow on the ground then when we left.
Yeah,
and then we came back.
But like, it wasn't new snow. It was just the old snow that never left.
Yeah, it just never left. But when we left, there was still snow. It was starting to melt. But when we got back, it was basically all gone and everything was green and stuff. And that was around late May. So we technically, according to how it's supposed to be, have another like month and a half of this winter stuff.
If Alaska is going to be any different, it's going to be like, yeah, nah, I gave you all your snow. Fuck off.
It was so hilarious on the Alaska subreddit. People were complaining. They were just like, we put on brand new fucking like summer tires. Goes, we thought spring was coming really early or whatever, and we get a shit ton of snow because Anchorage got a good bit of snow, and they're just complaining, and that everyone in the comments were like, brother, it is still winter technically. What you expect? I don't know. It was just funny. People complaining about changing out their winter tires and then getting all the snow, and then people saying that they're dumbasses for changing them, which I would have been one of those dumbasses because I ordered brand new. Well, they're all season and they're technically 3 Peak Mountain snow rated, but they're not dedicated to winter tires. But they're not in yet, so thank God for very slow Alaska shipping for tires. So I didn't need to change them out yet. But I am going to change my tires out once when they come in to Costco. So
It'd be like that.
Yeah. I mean, y'all, like you and John or whatever, you never switched out into winter tires and you're doing just fine. So
Yeah.
I know I'll probably be fine.
I mean, there were some days that were kind of like
Sketch.
out there.
Yeah.
Especially like if it's like fresh snow, then it's sketch either way.
Yeah. Oh, the intersection by our place to going to the gas station.
Yeah. It's full of ice.
It is full ice. And me with still brand new winter tires. Dude, I was sliding into the intersection because I guess my mindset was like, oh, it's not slidey anymore. Nope. I slid a good bit. So that was a little wake up call right there. Luckily, there was like no one there, but still, it was kind of just funny. I stopped and was just continuing going. So, but yeah, so I guess there's a very long Alaska weather news.
Average.
Check the link I sent real quick.
Brendan and Ivan.
It involves the.
What'd you send? Is it a dick
it's
pic?
funny. No, probably it's too large.
Setting us
size.
Springtime in March, snow, Alaska. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna download this, put it in the video just for our video watchers.
Yeah.
So there's a little treat. Sorry, audio listeners, but you're always.
Yeah, you gotta listen to because there's sound in it too.
I'm not listening to the sound. I'm just watching the video.
Listen to the sound real quick. It's hilarious.
Oh, that's loud. Sorry. Oh.
But yeah, Alaska's being weird at the moment.
Well, that's just normal Alaska.
Yeah, but it's like you could have been normal and just like kept with the shit you were already doing rather than just make everyone else's life like fucked around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Shit's fucked.
Well. Axel, how's the snow over there?
Oh yeah, we have at least 40 feet of it.
Someone still has like a mason. People have like mason jars of the melted snow. I'm like,
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dude, I still can't believe it took, 8 years and me leaving Georgia or leaving the South just for them to finally get snow again. The year after I fucking move.
Yeah,
So
that's
fucking
hilarious.
stupid.
Well, the last time it
Fucking
snowed was
stupid.
2017, right? 2018?
2018. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, snowed in. Was it this year? Or, yeah.
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 Yeah, it
So-
snowed this year.
2018 till now is like, what, 8 years?
No, 7.
7? That was
Because
close.
that would be 2026 rather than...
Oh, yeah. Well, 7 years. Still, it's more than half a decade. It's closer to a decade than it's not. And
But
it took me
less.
leaving. I don't know. It's fucking stupid. But anyway, I guess down to the nitty gritty. Axel, what the hell do you have on your topic?
It's the most
yeah.
mind-boggling thing I've ever read.
I
Yeah,
am
so-
very intrigued.
So currently,
Texas is based? Texas is based?
so Texas has passed a bill known as SB 10, which
SP10.
basically it's just stating that
Basically.
it's supposed to like the whole guise is that we're protecting children, and this is indicating for AI generated content with minors and all that stuff. But the way they word it it's right here: Senate Bill 20, knowingly possess, access, or promote obscene visuals that appears to depict a minor under 18 engaging in explicit activities. And it's like a blanket, jargon term for everything.
Yeah.
So that also includes anime. They didn't exclude it or anything like that. And yeah, it's kind of hilarious that they can now enforce you if you literally just watch anime or have anime, like if you searched up an anime or something, that they can now arrest you for that.
That's fucking hilarious. I think I remember hearing that Texas also banned like Pornhub or something.
Sounds
Like
like
they
they're
did,
cracking
yes.
down.
Or that you need like ID to access
Yeah,
those
you
sites.
need like a form of ID to access those sites.
Yeah.
It's
And-
it's horrible government overreach, but
Yeah.
also having anime banned is so fucking funny.
It's hilarious just to think about it, but it's also hilarious to think like anime
VPN
just-
sales are gonna
Yeah,
skyrocket.
it's just wild.
Honestly.
That
But
was
no.
pretty much it. I just find that hilarious. Government overreach, very funny. Also, what government can consider is obscene for fictional things, which is doubly hilarious.
I was
I
at
mean-
work before the work started, and we were talking about the work tariffs and everything on like the U.S. and like the rest of the world.
Yeah.
All Canada has to do to get back at us is just ban Pornhub in the U.S. because it's a Vancouver owned business.
Yeah, it's Canadian based.
Yeah, so if they want to
Really?
fuck up the U.S., they just got to ban Pornhub from us.
Yeah. Well,
That's
most
actually
people
funny.
use VPNs.
But even then,
Also, Brandon, what's hilarious is that like the Binding of Isaac is considered, because that is technically depicts a child in an obscene thing. So if you ever live in
Ooh.
Texas, you can get arrested.
yeah, why would I want to live in the second largest state when I'm already in the largest?
Or if
That's
we
what I'm
split
saying.
Alaska in half to being the third.
It's just
Honestly.
ridiculous. It's funny. I just find it hilarious.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
Well, there was a time I wouldn't mind living in Texas. And I mean, I still wouldn't really mind, but
Houston
I
is
don't
the
know.
LA of Texas.
yeah, there's too many liberals in Texas now. They're taking over.
That's ironic to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, Texas is still very much a red state.
Yeah, but
But-
at the same time, it's ironic.
Yeah, and it's a lot of these laws coming out in Texas where I'm kind of just like, like you would think Texas would be amazing in their gun laws, but realistically, they're not. I mean, it's way better than like the Northeast or like California or whatever, but it's funny that like Georgia or even South Carolina have better gun laws than Texas, which you would think Texas would be like the Wild West, right? But no, it's not. But yeah, so rip all you people in Texas. You have a horrible power grid.
And now you can't even watch
Yeah.
anime.
Now you can't watch anime or porn, so I think everyone's gonna go
Honestly.
insane over there.
Speaking of guns,
Oh,
the
shit.
gun company SIG, right?
Oh yeah.
You know the P320?
I saw the video. Yep.
So long story short, for anyone who is not a gunhead or doesn't just like actively like look into that type of community.
Which probably Axel. I don't think you know much about guns.
No, I
So
do not.
long story short,
Yeah.
they're, one of the top brand gun companies in the Sig Sauer, a while ago they released a gun known as the P330 or is it P320?
P320.
Yeah, P320. And it was like one of the revolutionary guns of like the era, so much so that it became like standard issue for military, other officer like police officers and other. It was like standardized like the concealed carry gun. But one like knowing any new gun that comes out, there'll be people who want to test it, stress test it, drop test it, do any type of testings. So what the P320 failed to do is that it would when you would drop it as it would go off, it would discharge on its own.
So not even that. The P320 is so revolutionary and so innovated. The gun will fire without even your input.
Yeah.
Like I saw a video, even with the Brandon Herrera thing, of a dude. What was it? He was getting arrested, or whatever, and he had his cuffs. No one touched his holster or anything, and the gun fucking went off.
It was an officer's weapon because so they were picking up the fugitive, like carrying him away, and the officer
was it his gun? I thought it was the fugitive's gun.
No, it was the officer's gun. His gun in his side holster, like right here. As he's reaching up here, went off.
Yeah, it's so innovative. You don't even need to pull the trigger anymore. We've ascended guns now.
So on X, a couple days ago, they doubled down denying all the claims about like the unintentional discharging of the weapons. So much so is that they are blaming all the content creators, trolls, grifters, pretty much anyone. Oh, you're here to sour our name and all that. And
basically calling all of them anti-gun people, grifters, and everything.
And
if
pretty
much just talk bad about it.
And then a couple of days later, rather than like staying quiet about it or being like, "Hey, yeah, you're right, we fucked up," they tripled down on it, edited their statement saying like the occasional like discharge thing. Hold on, I gotta pull this up. It's so funny how they doubled down with everything.
I'm on Reddit on r/CCW. The top comment was Sig sounds kind of sour about it all.
Literally.
Sig Sawyer, 6 hour. Yeah.
All right. Where's the post there?
Yeah, like I don't understand why they needed to come back and try to defend
this is
their
not
gun.
Gonna pull up because I'll eventually send it to the guys so they can pull it up there. But it says the P320 cannot, under any circumstances, discharge without a trigger pull. That is a fact.
I have the images.
The first thing right there, and that was the 7th of March, and then
oh wait, no, that's the last one. My bad.
And then the 5th of March. They doubled down on saying, or did they re-edit it again? No, it was the 5th of March where cannot under any circumstances discharge that. The allegations against the P320 are nothing more than individuals seeking to profit or avoid personal responsibility. Recently, anti-gun groups, members of mainstream media, trial attorneys, and other uninformed and agenda-driven parties have launched attacks on one of our 6 hours most trusted, most tested, and most popular products, the P320 pistol. In all cases, these individuals have an ulterior motive behind their baseless allegations that the P320 can fire without the trigger pull. They have no evidence, no data, no empirical testing to support any of their claims. They instead choose to misrepresent clear, negligent discharges as a design problem. And like the first thing is the truth about the P320.
Yeah. What I find hilarious is I think Grand Thumb actually. Oh, hold on. Yeah, the Grand Thumb actually did a video of "Is your pistol drop safe?" About a year ago. Or actually, no, less than a year ago, August of last year. And he tested a bunch of different handguns, and I think he has the P320. I'm looking over the video right now to see if it also did it, but like these guys
at the beginning
are
of
actually
like Brandon
testing.
Herrera's video, because Brandon Herrera did a video about this whole situation with like SIG and everything. Like the first like video clip he puts is a SIG doing a drop test right on where the hammer of like a regular pistol would be, and just firing. And then the post where it says the truth continues, the top comment is Brandon Herrera, tell that to ICE. I was going to leave this alone, but you guys will really keep digging. And it's a U.S. ICE document explaining how the SIG P320 pistol uncommended discharge safety disclosure, research and evaluation, where they did a whole research thing about it back in 2019 and 2017 of all those years on how many times it was discharged within those periods alone. It's in like the hundreds of thousands.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so looking at the Grand Thumb video, so they really tried dropping the P320, and in their instance, it did not go off. But they did test it.
But no, so if you go back and look at if you go to Brandon Herrera's channel on this whole thing, it's this medium review video. He has 3 different videos of the P320 being drop tested, and other supporting videos of security cams catching the weapon discharging without the trigger pull. Mm. So it's hilarious that SIG is quadrupling down on this and being like, nah, it's not happening. It ain't happening, kids.
Yeah. It is what it is. It's just bad.
But
so
thank God I'm not a SIG enjoyer.
No, I'm not. I'm a Smith & Wesson guy. Or at least that's the gun that I want as my carry. But
you know what gun's my enjoyable? Monster Hunter. The insect glaive. I'm an insect glaive user. That's my weapon of choice.
I have no idea what that is.
I'm a 5.7 enjoyer, but as a carry, I would do a C9. Not a C9. What is it? It's not a Glock.
What are you talking about?
It's the type of pistol that I enjoy.
I'm trying to remember if you've ever told me.
I've told you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the comfortability. That's what it was.
Yeah, the gun that I want is the
M&P
Smith
Shield.
& Wesson M&P Shield Plus, which is a really good pistol, at least from my lookings. Oh, I guess back on the SIG thing, one of the best concealed carry handguns is a P365. I was heavily considering the SIG P365, not the 320, but the 365 is also really good concealed carry.
Oh,
but
this isn't a concealed carry a type of weapon that I would choose, but I shot this within the last like couple months. It was a 38 special revolver.
I shot one with Dave, I think.
He messaged me on Sunday saying like, hey, you want to go shoot guns? I'm like, I'm working. He's like, gay, LOL.
Oh, that motherfucker, you should have messaged me. I would have said yes.
Yeah.
Fuck, I need to shoot guns again. We need to go hit up Dave.
Yeah. If we could do it Friday.
Yeah, I'm down for any time. Oh, well, yeah. Depending on, because I would have to probably buy some ammo, so we'll see how much.
Well, he invited me, not saying anything about ammo, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe for your first time, he might be okay with spending some ammo, but if I'm gonna go shoot, I wanna go shooting.
Can't do it this week due to the fact that I have 2 shows this week.
Yeah,
Thursday and Saturday.
No.
You have to go to at least. Oh, do you want to? Never mind.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, we could talk about we could talk about Microsoft announcing. Well, I'm not announcing, saying that they're strongly looking into going full digital. So that means.
So I've never heard of that before.
I don't know how
I've
true
heard
that
of
is.
Microsoft going to handhelds.
Yeah, I read that, but it would make sense for them to go to full digital if they're going handheld too, because it'd be a lot. It's pretty much, in my opinion, it'd be just a copy paste of the Steam Deck. Think, because majority of the Microsoft games are on Steam.
Well, yeah, but it probably is not going to be a copy. I mean, it's just going to be a handheld that the Steam Deck has highly popularized.
Yeah.
Because we have like the ROG Allies and I want to say Minisform has one, but I could be wrong. That might just be Mini PC. But so many companies are coming out with Steam Deck like handhelds.
Like their handheld devices could be like the same equivalent of like PlayStation's thing too.
I think Microsoft they're not going to make it their first party consoles. I think they're actually going to partner with ROG Ally to make a handheld. I believe, when I remember seeing that. But I don't know, I can't find it anymore, so that's as much as I can say about it.
Yeah. I like I said, like I didn't look into any of this. It was just like one of those videos that popped up on my feed. It was like, hey, so it's a guy who does skits with Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft. They all go into like a room and they're like arguing with each other about, oh, I'm coming out with this. Oh, you're doing that. Then what about this? Then they just pretty much like bashed each other. And that was like the recent video I saw. So I don't know how true any of it is, but at the same time, I like to see. It'd be interesting because technically the only type of handheld console we have is the Nintendo Switch, because you can't really classify Steam Deck as a. I don't classify it as like a handheld console. It's a handheld PC because you're just playing majority PC games on it. But it'd be more interesting.
It does run a PC OS.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, having another alternative rather than this Nintendo would be kind of interesting to see. Rather than turning into like the PlayStation, like what was it called? Like I forget what it was called. It was like that screen thing.
Oh, the Portal?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not a console. That's just a streaming device.
Yeah. I just when they say something like that, I'd be like, yeah, that's all I can think about.
Yeah, I suppose.
But who knows? Sky's the limits. Good for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, okay. So I guess moving on to other stuff. Here's kind of want to do my Ivan tech rant of the week. Actually, I want to show this on the podcast because I find this fucking hilarious. Okay. So I made Holly die of laughter doing this about a week or so ago. So everyone knows me with my tinfoil hat, right? Well, it's not really tinfoil hat because it's literally proven true every day and in court that they do this stuff, even with the government. So I have talked about me having a new car, a Jeep Grand Cherokee. I don't know if I said specifically what it was. But newer cars love to have cellular service, remote stuff, right? So, of course, that's an avenue that I fucking hate. When I first got the Jeep, a little bit like a week after I got it, I opened up the infotainment screen and unplugged a bunch of wires for the GPS, the cell service satellite thing, and a few others just to make it completely like off grid in it. And it's completely reversible because they're just plug fucking wire things or whatever. I did that. Thought it was good. My GPS stopped working, which is fucking awesome because who uses their car navigation anyway?
They normally don't. All they do is that, like, if you do like CarPlay, you just plug in your phone, which is using the GPS, and it'll just stream it to the screen.
Yeah. And funny enough, the compass on the car works perfectly fine. So, I mean, I didn't know if companies use something else for the compass. I thought they just kind of just use the GPS to see what your orientation is.
They
But
use
I guess
magnetic
not.
fields like a normal compass does. You have a compass.
they
You have a
probably
compass like in your engine block. And you don't even know it.
Yeah. No, I know there's electronic compasses that you can put on a motherboard or a PCB to get that functionality. But I didn't think they did that. I thought they just took the easy way and just did GPS. But I guess not, because my compass still works. But so me unplugging the wires, thought it was the end of it. But I actually found out that even without it plugged into the antenna, there's a chip inside the infotainment screen that in and of itself it has an antenna. It's just it uses the external antenna to just get a better signal. But if you're in a place where it already has a strong signal, it can still detect the service and you can still do stuff. So, and this is a long story thing of me saying, just to show you that I ripped out the cell thing of the car. I don't know if you can, I don't know if Axel, you can probably see this too.
That's
but
funny.
Yeah.
I opened up the thing, got the motherboard, and ripped this motherfucker out. This is the cell chip of an older 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee. And because me, with my beautiful knowledge of computers, and actually I know how to solder stuff and everything and know PCBs, I'm probably going to do this for every car I ever get that's newer, unless they specifically solder it onto the main motherboard. If they do that, then I might have to desolder the chip. But yeah, now officially the car cannot get any cell service or anything. It is completely removed, which I just thought funny because I brought this over to Holly to show her because I was like, look what I did. And Holly's like, the way that I came out with this kind of like, like the tinfoil hat shaking, like the government can't track us anymore. like that's how she saw it, just like, we can't be tracked anymore. I don't know. It was just fucking hilarious. But yeah, so I ripped out the fucking chip of my car. And it's totally reversible, by the way. So if I ever want to sell it, I can put this back in. I actually forgot where these 3 wires go to. So I'm going to have to play with that. But other than that, completely reversible. I have the other brackets and screws and stuff, so I can put it back in when I need to. I just thought that was funny. I just wanted to bring it up.
That is hilarious. That's
so my car is officially off grid now. Just nice because for those of you at home that do think I'm just tinfoil hatting, actually really look up car companies and the stuff that they can track you with the cell service. Because it's a lot more than you think. And yeah, I will say, if you're someone who does like some functionality, because I do lose functionality of this. For one, I can't get over the air updates anymore, which I don't give a shit about anyway. Because I have a 2018 car now. Like, it's not going to receive any updates anymore. So it doesn't matter. But a big thing, if you remove the cell service thing, you lose your SOS functionality.
Oh no.
And also the GPS. I think it deals with your GPS and this. But I never needed to use SOS, and I also have a phone that can do that too, especially if an iPhone. I think iPhone already has like auto SOS calling, detecting if there's like a crash or if you fall or something. But you will lose that functionality through this. So there are downsides. I don't really give a shit about any of them, so it doesn't really matter. But there's that. And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have some more tech stuff, but I'll probably say that in a little bit because I actually want to move on to Marvel Rivals.
Oh God, what happened?
We have an update to that, or at least I do. Marvel Rivals is officially finally good on Linux. They fixed the last thing that stopped me from wanting to play it for long periods of time. They added this thing, I think it's called Keep Mouse on Center Screen or something. And because before it ran fine, like it ran, well, as fine as it does. But with Marvel Rivals, for some reason on Linux, and actually I think it happened a little bit on Windows too, so it's not completely a Linux thing. It's just it happens more often on Linux, where if you Alt-Tab out of the game, when you go back into the game, if you look, at least for me, since I have only 2 monitors, so I play on my main monitor, which is to my right here, and then my left has whatever I need, like, you know, Discord and other shit. So because I have the room to my left, if I moved my mouse to the left after Alt-Tabbing and tabbing back in, the mouse would just go onto the other monitor and it'll stop moving my game. So what I had to do was if I wanted to turn left, I would have had to extra turn right. If you know what I mean. Like instead of
Go all the way
turning
around.
a little bit, I had to go all the way around just to look left, essentially. So that fucking sucked. And the game worked as long as I didn't Alt-Tab. But because of this new thing to keep the mouse centered on the screen, it is completely fixed. I can Alt-Tab and do whatever I want now, and it will just stay good. And I'm able to play Marvel Rivals without the fear of needing to restart my game every time I accidentally Alt-Tab or something. So
Basic game functions. Nice. Very cool.
yeah. I mean, it's a small Chinese studio who's makes mobile games or something. I don't know. I don't think they would have the know-how of like Blizzard,
No.
but yeah, so that's the little update there. And I mean, do y'all have any other topics to go over?
Not that I know of, no.
I think we can wrap
Okay.
that.
So yeah, well, I have my last topic I'm going to bring up, and then I guess we can probably wrap this up, make this a shorter episode. So lastly, I guess for me, ranting, my server stuff. I don't know if y'all two noticed any difference on how the server works, but in my thing here, in my topic list, it says, finally got a lot better server security. So the way that you do server stuff before, you have to port forward.
Mhm.
And that's kind of bad for your services and stuff like that, because someone can do a scan, and if something's like not as secure, then they can exploit that and have access to your internal network and stuff. So the best security you should do is go through Cloudflare and have their Cloudflare tunnel, which is essentially a VPN from their services to your home network, so you have nothing exposed.
Right.
So, right, yeah. But because me with my tinfoil hat, and also it's been proven Cloudflare does keep some credentials of your stuff and can decode your services or your network, your traffic. I didn't want to do that because fuck that. And also there's a bunch of limitations with it too. Like they throttle stuff because you can't use it for certain aspects. So you breach their TOS and they can terminate your account, and then you don't have anything. There's this open source app that came out that basically mimics everything Cloudflare does, but you can self-host it. So you can buy a VPS from another company, install their VPN thing, and then have that tunneled into your network. And when I said I don't think y'all noticed a difference, literally all of the services I have for my server, like the C file, even Plex, funny enough. What other stuff? Like the requesting thing, like everything on my network now is now going through my own VPS that I bought, which is in Dallas, funny enough, Dallas, Texas.
Oh no! Does that mean if we
so you can't watch your anime?
Yeah, if we request anime, does that mean we can get banned? We can be arrested now?
Well, no, technically you would have to watch it because Plex goes through my VPS now. So
The anime
technically
goes
you're
through
watching
Texas.
stuff through Texas, yeah.
The anime goes through Texas. That means the government can track us and kill us now.
Yeah, so you can't watch your anime on Plex.
Oh god.
They're gonna shut down my VPS. But yeah, this is just a huge security benefit because now anyone who wants to access my server, for one, can't find my actual home server IP address. It masks my IP address because the IP that you'll be seeing is the Texas one, my VPS. And the benefit of this, Axel, I've looked it up and I can still quote unquote port forward things through this. So if you want to do a game server, all I have to do is go to the VPN and say, I want to tunnel these ports. And it's still the best secure way. And it's easier for me to add a domain name to those ports. So like Minecraft, like or Terraria or whatever, like, you know how previously you had to just type in my IP address, or even Skyrim Together. You know how you had to type in my IP address? And port. It's easier for me to just have it to where you just type in like Krusty Raindrop or something like that. Or Minecraft.domain name. So you don't have to type in my IP address. Or even if you did, it's now no longer my actual home IP address. It's the VPS's IP address.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm okay with giving that out to random people.
Yeah, because I was about to say, like, I didn't feel too comfortable when we set up the servers.
Yeah.
But I mean, granted, it was when, like, we only played with people I trusted anyways, at the minimum. But now it's like
and
a more public server.
Listeners, and for our listeners and people who don't know technology or networking, your public IP address is fine to give out to anyone because it doesn't actually give away your specific location. It gives away the data center in which your ISP is using. So it's still approximately your location-ish. And there's not much they can really do other than port scan your network to see if you have open ports, which I'm getting back, loops back around. They'll look for open ports, and then they'll try to exploit that if you don't have a hardened network. So this way, it takes it all out. And it's all secure now. So I don't want to say you can try to hack me now because it's basically impossible, but please don't do that. But it now is even harder. So it's all good in the end now. Everything's a lot more secure and it's all open source. So I don't have to trust anyone. So there's Ivan's rants for the week.
Yay.
But that's all I have for my topics. I guess y'all said y'all didn't have anything.
Yeah, we're all good.
Not that I can think of, no.
Okay, well, then I guess that can do it for this episode. We can wrap it up. So thank you all for watching or listening, depending on how you consume our podcast. Please check the description, the bio for all of our links to everything. I am still very sorry, Odysee people. You're now like 8 episodes behind. But now that my internet's not throttled, I will upload everything to Odysee now. So please check it out. Give it all the love. And do y'all have anything else to say before we go?
Be sure to spend $300 on the internet because apparently you need to do that. Yep. $300 a month.
Correct.
Yep. More than that. But okay, well, with that being said, we'll see you guys in the next episode.
See you later.
See you.